Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are making this delicious turkey neck with some okra. So if you are interested in this recipe, continue watching for the full video recipe. So to make this recipe, you are going to be needing some okra. This is some frozen okra that I grabbed at my grocery store. I have some frozen cherry tomatoes that came out of my garden. You are going to be needing about 2 teaspoons of tomato paste. I have some Epis here. This is a couple tablespoons. I do have a video up on this channel showing you guys how I make it. Check the card that just came up. Olive oil, a little bit of sour orange juice. If you don't have this, you can use lime juice. And I have some parsley and thyme tied up together, a piece of pepper, pork with some clove. I have 1 habanero pepper. This is optional. If you like heat, you can use this. I have half an onion, and I have just a little bit of sazon. This is half a packet of sazon that I had left, and I have 1 lime, and you need some water. This is about 4 cups of water, but I may use more. This is the turkey neck. As you can see, it don't have that much meat on it, but it's enough to satisfy your turkey neck craving, I guess. It's actually enough meat in there to eat. And I will be chopping them up into some smaller pieces off camera. So I'm going to go ahead and chop them off and then clean them with my lime. If you want more detail of how I clean my meat, check the card that just came up as well. And you are going to be needing some salt and pepper to taste. Don't forget to check the description box where I will list everything I use in this video. So let's get cooking, guys. To get started, you are going to want to set your stove to medium high. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I cut them with a super sharp knife, of course, a strong knife. You want to go ahead and cut them into pieces. Just like that. They'll be looking like oxtail, I guess, almost. I like to think, at least in my head, I like to think that I'm eating oxtail when I eat this, because it is very rare for me to find oxtail here in North Dakota. When they do put it out, people grab them so fast. Unless you're like camping at the store, you will never find them. So this is, in my head, my oxtail, as I said. So I'm going to put the Epis in and mix it really well. If you use Maggi, you can definitely put some Maggi in there. Mix everything up. I made this recipe in my Creole channel, and a lot of you guys requested that I made it in this channel. So here it is. And now I'm going to put that thyme and parsley. This is basically the same steps I take into making any stew. And I am going to throw in my okra. Sorry, not my okra, my tomatoes. You can tell how excited I am to use that okra. And I am going to put in some salt. I lost my spoon for my salt. About a teaspoon or so of salt for now. If you use Maggi, of course, you know that have some sodium in it as well. So you don't have to use as much salt right away. And now we are going to add about 3 cups of water. This is a hard meat. You want to add enough water so that it can cook nice and tender. I'm going to add just a little more salt because I want it to have flavor. I don't want it to be flavorless when it's cooking, even though I know I'm going to add more flavors to it once that meat is cooked. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons or 2 cups of that sour orange juice. I'm not adding any oil or anything yet. This is all I'm adding to it. And I am going to allow to let this cook for about an hour to an hour and a half. If you need some more water, you can go ahead and add more water to it. And of course, you want to taste that water to make sure it has enough salt in it. So I will see you guys back in about an hour and a half. Before I go, I totally forgot to add that sazon. I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle that in there. As I said, that wasn't much at all. You can use a whole packet if you have a whole packet. So I will see you guys back again. All right, guys, it's been about an hour and a half. And my turkey neck should be nice and soft. But first, I'm going to go ahead and remove that piece of pepper poked with the cloves, and I am going to take some of the liquid out just because I like to add a little hot water to this liquid, just so that when I add some water for my gravy, that I know that liquid has some flavor from the turkey neck when it was boiling, okay? So we are not going to throw this away, we are just saving it. Just like that. I'll show you guys how much is left. Just enough to not make my turkey neck burn when I am about to add the tomato paste. So add your tomato paste, about 2 teaspoons, just for some nice coloring. I know some people don't like tomato paste, so if you don't like tomato paste, you definitely don't have to add it. But I like my gravy to have a nice color to it. Just mix everything together. Okay, and now you are going to take your okra. I went ahead and cut the ends, both ends of my okra. And you are going to put it with the meat, just so that they can cook. Okay, and to that I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, 2 to 3 teaspoons of olive oil, just because the turkey neck does not have much fat at all, and I like to have just a little bit of oil in there. And I am going to add just a little bit of that sour orange juice. Again, if you don't have this, you can add lime juice. And now you want to cover it. Like I said, I'm going to add to this water. If you need to like put a little water on top of it as it's cooking, just so that it's not burnt, you can go ahead and do so, just like this, just how I'm doing. You can go ahead and do so, and try to shake the pot, both handles, with you holding both handles. Try to shake the pot so you're not stirring the okra, so that way they are not breaking up on you, because it will be kind of slimy if they are broken. So I'm going to allow this to simmer. I have my stove set to medium at this moment. Let it simmer for a good 15 minutes so the okra can be nice and tender. Now we are going to add the amount of water we are going to use for our gravy. I'm going to eat mine with some white rice, so I know I need a good amount of gravy in mine. This is hot water. I added water to that leftover gravy, if you remembered. And I am going to go ahead and give it a shake, just so I don't break up the okra, as you can see. And of course, we are going to taste, because this is the final step before we add the onions. So you want to make sure that it is flavorful, it have enough salt, it have enough acid. So I have enough sour orange juice in mine. And now I am allowing it to cook until my gravy get nice and thick. But first, I'm going to go ahead and add in the habanero pepper. If you want yours to be spicy, you can definitely poke the pepper so it can release more heat, I guess. But my kids will be eating this, so I don't want it to be too spicy. So allow it to cook for another 10 minutes before we add our onions. Now you want to go ahead and grab your sliced onions. I sliced my onions, and go ahead and put that in there. You can turn off your heat or turn it to low at this point, because the steam is going to cook your onions. If you don't like your onions to cook, if you do like them cook a little bit, you can still keep it on, keep your heat to a low and cover it for maybe 5 minutes. If not, like I say, you can turn it off and it will be cooked, okay? I will be eating this with some white rice, so stay tuned for some pictures at the end. Other than that, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Check me out on my social media platforms. I will leave all links down in the description box for you guys to check us out. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you tried it. If you do, tag us on social media. I love you guys so much for watching. Continue to stay safe. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.